After this, man threw the ball into the tunnel, talking happily with my girlfriend about tomorrow's upcoming wedding. Not for a while. They gradually felt something was wrong. The dog just picked up a ball. Why haven't you come back yet? So I decided to go into the tunnel and see what happened. That's when they realized. Originally, the dog was caught by 3 bullies. The leader of the bully is still asking for trouble. I worked hard to find your dog. Don't you have any indication? Men know that the newcomers are not good. To avoid trouble, he took out trouble. But how many people are not satisfied yet? Also requiring women to hand over their watches and rings. But engagement ring is a man's bottom line. He still punches the little thug. That's how a tragedy started. Little thug is merciless. Strike a man's body with an iron rod. And women have been repeatedly beaten by them, being hit against a wall, bloody all over. All of this was recorded by several bullies using cameras for fun. After a long time, the 2 were finally taken to the hospital. The woman was unconscious in the hospital for a whole month. When he woke up, I just found out that my boyfriend had already died. After leaving the hospital, women begin to feel afraid of dark places, even in faint movements. He would also panic. He went to the police station to inquire about the case, but the receptionist only calmly asked the woman to sit down, patiently waiting for the results, as more and more people come to consult. Foreground. But keep repeating this sentence. Women gradually lose hope, disappointed and left. For self-defense, the woman decided to buy a gun, but he didn't hold a gun license, and applied for a license. We need to wait for 30 days. After the disappointed woman walked out of the store, a man found him, claiming to be able to provide firearms, willing to sell it to him. Women express. He still needs to learn how to use it. Hence, they found a sparsely populated place. The man started teaching him how to shoot, and an additional box of bullets was included as a gift. Hence, the woman immediately purchased this gun. Night falls. Women come to the supermarket for shopping, but unexpectedly encountered a gangster who had just been released from prison. He broke into the supermarket with a gun in his hand. Because his wife doesn't allow him to see the children, he is emotionally excited. 5 consecutive shots fired. Took the life of his wife, then turn on the radio and start the robbery. Just then, the woman's phone suddenly rings. In this quiet supermarket, the bell sounds particularly harsh. The thugs started searching the house. The woman groped for the gun in her bag, made a bold decision. She fired 3 consecutive shots at the gangster across the shelf. However, only 1 bullet hit the gangster. Subsequently, women wrapped their hands in sleeves, took the surveillance footage from the supermarket, although his behavior is right of self-defense. But the gun he used was illegal. The police arrived at the scene for analysis. The killer who escaped must be a novice, because only 1 of the 3 shots hit the target. Through this experience, women have regained some confidence. Start continuing work, but the content of the program she broadcasted became even more black and physically disabled. That night, women take the subway home. Coincidentally, unfortunately, encountered a robber again. A low-key woman should never provoke 2 unscrupulous thugs on the subway. Or the person in the carriage took away his phone when he didn't like curly hair, still chasing after him to humiliate the old man. Can't keep looking. Trying to stop these 2 young people. Unexpectedly, they don't even understand what it means to respect the elderly and love the young. Not for a moment. Subway arrival. 3 people got off the car in a disheveled manner, but there is still a woman sitting silently in the carriage. The 2 of them watch this weak woman play with great excitement, take out a knife and walk towards the woman. Dagger. Continuously walking around a woman's neck. But the woman wasn't intimidated. 2 people fell to the ground in response. Although it's not the first time a woman has killed someone, but still nervous, he took a deep breath, calmed down the emotions for a while, put away the gun, put on a hat, leaving the scene. Not long after, the police arrived. Judging from the bullets, it's the same pistol as the one used by the supermarket killer, but the killer's growth is extremely fast. This gun is deadly, but the woman rushed to the scene of the crime again. The sharp-eyed police immediately noticed that the woman with sharp eyes was okay. Women are originally radio hosts. Taking this as an example, I want to do an interview myself. In an interview with the police, women listen to police talking about the person on TV who ostensibly drives a parking lot. Actually, it involves multiple cases. His wife wanted to report him, so he killed him. Now I want to take action on my daughter again. Women decide to make this person their next goal. Night. Women walking on the night road, encountered another little thug, and he also kidnapped a little girl. The woman just wanted to take the little girl out of the car, but I found the car door locked. She quickly pulled out the gun, and forced the punk to hand over the money he has on him, and gave it to the little girl. But when 2 people get off the car, the little thug drove crazily towards the 2 of them. The woman quickly asked the little girl to dodge, then calm down and shoot. But he didn't succeed in stopping it. A runaway car collides with a little girl. The woman will report to the police immediately, and then quietly left the scene. Because of the continuous killing behavior of women, gradually losing control of emotions, he needs to face his inner pain and guilt. He once considered surrendering himself, but in the end he couldn't speak up. This also sparked his thinking about justice. Not all justice relies on the police to uphold it. He decided to deal with the police. the parking lot owner mentioned earlier. Women ambush in the parking lot. But before we start, he called the police. The careful police officer heard the sound of switching on and off the elevator. After the boss is here, women follow closely behind. Arriving at the top floor of the parking lot, the boss thinks this person is a pervert, wounded a woman with an iron rod, and women also hit the boss with their heads back, then pick up the iron rod and knock the boss down from the tall building. When the police arrived at the scene, I heard the familiar elevator sound, suddenly realizing that there might be something wrong with women, a couple who are getting married the next day. But I met a bully while walking at night. The man was directly killed. Women are also severely injured. After the woman recovers, he decided to become the embodiment of justice, especially punishing criminals who escape police pursuit. However, his behavior caught the attention of the police. The police began to suspect and investigate him. Take her to the girl he saved. Women protect themselves, saying I don't know him, but the girl's gaze couldn't deceive the police. The police found the curly hair on the subway again, through her description, confirmed the woman's appearance, further deepened the police's suspicion of him. The police proactively found the woman. Tell a woman, the little thug's girlfriend was discovered by them while pawning the ring, and that ring is the engagement ring that the woman was robbed of. The woman was taken to the police station to identify the suspect. When he saw that bastard who personally killed his boyfriend, he chose to remain silent, obviously intending to seek personal revenge. The police finally confirmed their suspicions. After leaving the police station, the woman began to inquire about his engagement ring in the nearby pawn shop. He put in a lot of effort, finally found the exact location of the little thug. At this point, little thug's girlfriend's conscience discovery, and decided to help women. She sent that video to the woman. When women see this information, emotionally very excited, can't help but burst into tears. While the woman hurried to the little thug's house, he sent this information to the police. After the police received the message, immediately set off for the scene. The woman was the first to find one of the bald thugs, get close to his back. Without hesitation, he ended his life with a gun. Another thug heard the noise and rushed over, but it became a woman's next goal. Calm. 3 shots killed her. Next, the woman came to the residence of the bully leader. But someone who can be the boss. How much skill do you have? He knocked down the woman with an iron rod, and expressed his intention to kill him. Let him accompany her boyfriend. At this point, the police arrived. The woman took the opportunity to pick up the gun, indicating that this is one's own private matter, but he didn't expect it. The police will act like this next time. The police firmly stated that women have no right to kill, but he later handed the gun to the woman, because using his gun is legal. The police gave the woman a chance. Let him decide for himself. The little thug began to realize his mistake. He begged the police to take him away, but the police backed away. The bully leader only then truly realized the fear of death. But it's too late. The woman without hesitation ended his life with a gun. Women know they've killed someone, but he's also prepared. But although women are implementers, but the police provided tools and opportunities, so the police asked the woman to shoot herself. This can be explained as the gang fighting and not being small. I shot the gangster with a gun in my heart, and before, the woman killed a few bad guys, but it can all be pushed onto the head. A woman's in a struggle. Choose to accept the kindness of the police on your own. Then he fled the scene. After, the woman returned to the tunnel with her dog. Facing the beginning of this nightmare, she gave her boyfriend an explanation. Finally unraveled my own heart knot.